in child's pose. Lower down to the ground. Separate your knees and bring your torso between your thighs. Relax your hips down. Extend your arms forward, and if it's comfortable for you, bring your forehead to the ground. Close your eyes and settle into your breath. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and slow exhale. Feel the earth and the ground support you. Honor where you are today in your practice. I invite you to set an intention and tell yourself, I am enough. Walk your hands over to the right and walk your left fingertips farther away and draw your left hip away. Breathe into the left side of the body. Walk your hands back to center and walk your hands to the left. Extend through your right arm and draw your right hip back and breathe into the right side. Try to hear the ocean sound of the breath. Come back to center, tabletops in on your hands at your knees, hands right under the shoulders, knees under your hips, point your index fingers forward. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in, gaze down. Inhale, lift your gaze up, point your tailbone up. Exhale and round your back. Connect the breath with the body. Inhale, channel the breath with the back of your throat, lift your gaze, arch. Exhale and round your back, empty out your lungs. Inhale, arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale and round, tuck your chin in, put your navel into your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale and round, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, fill your lungs. We're going to add a flow. Lower down to a child's pose with your exhale. Bring your forehead to the ground. Inhale, rise back up like a wave of the ocean. Lift your gaze. Exhale, child's pose. Lower back down to the earth. Inhale, rise, tabletop. Lift your gaze. Open up through your chest. Exhale, hips down and back. Child's pose. Extend your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Feel the fluidity of your body. Exhale, lower down to child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands a little forward a few inches. Downward facing dog. So hands in line with the shoulders. Feet hip width apart. You can pedal out your legs, bend into each knee. Spread your fingers and press down through the tops of the palms. So there's less weight of the heel of the palms sinking down. Make sure you distribute the weight evenly of your hands on the ground. Set your shoulders up towards your hips. Soften your knees. Keep lifting your hips up high. Push your thighs back. Hear the ocean sound of the breath. Slowly walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Separate your feet hip width apart and hold on to each elbow. Feel free to bend your knees. So the stomach is on the thighs. Let your head hang. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck. Bring the weight forward to the front of your feet. Release your arms. Palms together, thumbs to the heart. Round all the way up to center. Move down with your feet. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Seal your palms together. Reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Come all the way down to a forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Press your shins. Lift your heart. Gaze forward. Step your right foot back for a lunge. Left knee right above the left ankle. Make sure your feet are separated slightly here, up to hip width apart. Draw your left hip back. Relax your shoulders, open up through your chest. Step your left foot back to plank pose. Lift up through your rib cage and gaze a little forward here. Lower your knees down to the ground. Keep your core strong. Hug your elbows in and come all the way down to your belly. Spread your fingers. Uncurl your toes so your feet are flat. Inhale, lift your chest up for cobra. Don't come up too high. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Feel your hips heavy, opening up through your chest. Slowly take it back to a downward facing dog. Hands in line with the shoulders, hips up high. Index fingers point forward. Press down between your index finger and thumb. And externally rotate your shoulders. Keep lifting the hips, you can bend the knees and push your thighs back without pushing your knees back. Stay with the breath, let your breath guide you. Constrict your throat as you breathe in and out through your nose. Lower your knees down to a tabletop. Step your right foot up for a lunge. You can scoot your right foot up with your right hand if you need to adjust. So in your lunge, your right knee is right above your right ankle. Draw your right hip back and square off your hips. Keep your back leg straight and strong. Chest open, gaze forward. Feel your right foot rooting down and step your left foot up to the right to a forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift your heart, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, lift your arms up, root down with your feet. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bring the weight forward. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift your gaze. Step your left foot back for a lunge. Right knee right above your right ankle. Right away, square off your hips by drawing your right hip crease back. Feel the breath, lower belly in tight. Lift your back heel up high. Step your right foot back to plank pose. Gaze forward. You can lower your knees down so you're in the modified plank. Belly in and come all the way down to your belly. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, peel your chest up for cobra. Shoulders down. Open up through your sternum and have your gaze forward. Take it back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and relax your head down. Still your gaze. Stay with the steady flow of your breath. Meet yourself where you are today and have a lot of compassion for yourself in your practice, in your body. Keep your knees soft. Feel the balls of your feet pressing down. Lower your knees down to a tabletop. Walk your left foot up to get ready for a lunge. Lift your back knee up high and then square off the hips. Distribute the weight evenly between your hands. Feel your left foot rooting down into the ground. Step your right foot up to the left to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweep your arms up overhead, reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, hinge from your hips, come all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, shoulders back towards your hips. Walk back to plank pose. Hold everything in tight, lift up through your rib cage, bring your knees down. Come all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Hips stay heavy on the ground, bend your elbows, hug your elbows in. Exhale, back, downward dog. Lift your hips up high. Set your shoulders up towards your hips so you're lengthening your neck. Step your right foot up in between your hands, warrior two. Left foot flat down, open up your arms, shoulders above the hips. Gaze over your right hand. So connect to your center with your torso centered over your hips. You can look at your feet, make sure you have heel to heel alignment, and the right knee's pointing in the direction of the second toe of the right foot. As you sit down more, press the left foot down. Inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, lower down, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen up, straighten your right leg, arms up, palms together. Exhale, lower down, warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Gaze over your right hand, right palm up, reverse your warrior. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Straighten your right leg and keep the reverse action in your upper body. Sweep your arms out to the side. Reach through your right arm to the right and lower your right hand down for Trikonasana triangle pose. You can use a block. I encourage to put the block behind the right foot to open up through your chest, left arm up. Move down with your feet. Work your top left ribs back. Breathe here. Come all the way back up to center. Bend your right knee. Reverse your warrior. Right arm up towards the sky. Then roll your hands down to the top of the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Relax your head down. Set your shoulders up towards your hips. Step your left foot out. Warrior two. Take your time. Alignment over depth. Shoulders above the hips. Still your gaze, your drishti over your left hand. Sides of the body long. Keep lengthening up through your spine as your hips come down more. Belly in strong. You can always look at your feet to make sure your feet are in the right alignment. Straighten your left leg, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, lower back down, warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Extend up, straighten your left leg. Exhale, lower, warrior two. Inhale, rise up, straighten your left leg, palms together overhead. Exhale, lower, warrior two. Gaze over your left hand, left palm up, reverse your warrior. Keep lifting your heart up towards the sky. Straighten your left leg, keep the reverse action in your upper body. Deepen the stretch to the left side of your body. Press down with your feet. Arms out to the side. Reach with your left arm, reach, and lower your left hand down to a block, the shin, the foot, or the ground. Right arm goes up. Turn your head and gaze up towards your right hand. Keep rooting down with your feet. Think of threading your lower ribs in together. Pull your navel into your spine. Keep reaching up through your right arm. Keep your breath your priority. Come all the way back up, warrior two. Gaze over your left hand. Left palm up, reverse your warrior. Lift your gaze, lift your heart up high. Windmill your hands down to the top of the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Stretch your back, hips up high. Step your right foot up about a 3-foot distance. Turn your back toes out slightly. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up. The back foot's at about a 45-degree angle. Getting ready for revolving triangle. Lift your left arm up, keep your right hand on your right hip. Slowly come down, stop where your back is parallel to the ground. You can place your left hand on a block or your shin. Or the ground if your back is parallel to the ground. This depends on the proportions of the body and also your hamstring flexibility. So So you want your back parallel, then you can slowly revolve mid-upper back. Keep your right hand on your hip. Squeeze your hips together. Feel your feet rooting down to the ground below you. Look down, hands to your hips, come all the way up. Pivot on your heels to the other side. Keep the same alignment with your feet. Make sure your feet are not crisscrossing. Right arm up. Slowly come down and place your hand down to a block, your shin, the foot, or the ground. Gaze a little forward and lengthen through your spine. Your chest is open, belly and strong. You can always stay in the setup too if you need to build your foundation stronger. When you're ready, revolve mid-upper back. Keep drawing your left hip back slightly towards your right heel. Lengthen the left side of your torso. Feel your feet rooting down. Look down, hands to your hips, come all the way up. Turn to the side, feet parallel, arms out to the side, palms up. You can always have a bigger stance with your feet too. Gaze up, open up through your chest, and exhale, hinge from your hips, come all the way down. Extended downward dog, walk your hands out in front of you. Feel free to have your hands on a block. If you have a back injury, I encourage you to have your hands on a block here, or keep your hands forward in front of you on the ground. So you always want to be gentle and use your yoga to heal. You can keep your hands on the block or bring your hands to the ground in between your feet and try to draw the crown of your head to the ground. If your hamstrings are flexible today, bring your fingertips under your feet, the outer edge of your feet closer to your heels. If the legs are straight, bend your elbows and pull your forehead down towards the ground. Try to straighten your spine. Set your shoulders up towards the sky. Bring the weight forward to the front of your feet. Hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Step your right foot to the left. Bring your arms down to the side and palms together, thumbs to the heart. Come down to the mat. Sit down on your mat and extend your right leg out 45 degrees. Bend your left foot to the inner right thigh. Arms out, turn and twist. Hook your left hand right outside your right calf. Bring your right hand to the ground, right near your right hip. Tighten your fingertips. Lift up through your chest and twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Come back up to center, arms up, interlace the fingers. Bend your right knee generously and round your back, forehead to knee. It's fine to keep your knee bent the whole time. Eventually, you're straightening the leg with the forehead on the knee. Keep flexing your right foot, interlace the fingers right underneath your foot, belly in strong. Come back up, other side, left leg out, right foot in, arms out to the side, turn and twist. Right hand to the outer edge of the left calf, left hand to the ground, tighten your fingertips. Think of a cobra with your back so your chest is open as you gaze over your left shoulder. Come back up, arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, bend your left knee and round forward, forehead to knee. Interlace the fingers right underneath the ball of your foot. All 10 fingers interlace, suck your belly in, lower belly in and up, forehead to knee. With your chin in, you're also working into your thyroid, parathyroid glands. Draw the right ribs down to square off your shoulders. Keep the breath moving in and out through the nose. Come all the way up, bend both of your legs, lift your arms up overhead, hinge from your hips and hold the outer edge of your feet. Flex all 10 toes back. Inhale, lift up through your chest, shoulders down. Stay here, or you can try to straighten your legs a little bit more, but find to keep your knees bent the whole time. Think of lifting up through your chest. So we're not grounding the back forward. Keep your heart lifted. If your legs are straight, you can bend your elbows and pull your forehead closer to your toes. Come all the way up and turn around and lie on your back. Bend your legs, feet on the ground. Scoot your hips to the right a few inches. Bring your knees in and over to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder and extend your right arm out. Relax and let go. Melt your right shoulder down to the ground. Come back to center, feet on the ground. Scoot your hips to the left. Bring your knees in and over to the right. And extend your left arm out. Gaze over your left shoulder. Take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale to release a little deeper. Come back to center. Extend your legs out. Get ready for your final relaxation, Shavasana. Separate your legs and your arms as much as you'd like so you're comfortable. Set your shoulders down away from your ears, and if it's comfortable for you, palms face up. Let your toes fin apart. Feel the ground and the earth supporting you and holding you. Feel like you're being held. Completely relax. And bring your knees in and go to either side to a fetal position. On your side, you can spin your third eye, your eye of intuition, down to the ground, down to the earth, and feel the connection to the earth below you. Slowly come up to a seat. Sit comfortably. You can sit cross-legged or you can kneel. Lengthen up through your spine. Point the crown of your head up towards the sky. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Go back to your intention and tell yourself, I am enough. Bring your palms together and thumbs to your heart. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye, right above your eyebrows, to trust your intuition. Bring your thumbs to your lips to speak your truth. Bring your thumbs to your heart to feel the truth and feel peace. Namaste.